In der ZDF-Fernsehglas, da ist noch die ganzen so Scooter und so, das sind so Fernsehsender mit so großen Tafeln und so Menschen, die hören da.
If it's okay for you, I will speak in English. Because I mean, I can speak a bit of German, but not really good Swiss German. And also I think it makes sense for us to speak in English, because what we want to obtain with this project, it's an international career in the arts. So then I think English makes sense, right? Yeah. Yeah. This show is in two parts. There is one part that is like more passive, like you are the audience, like we speak and we do things. And then there is like a second part, and this is more interactive. Also, like, I will be the one speaking the most, because Roman feels a bit uncomfortable of speaking in public, but this is why we are a duo. But also like in the second part of the show where it's more interactive, like you can pay him a drink and talk about the project. But like for the first part, I will be the one that will speak like most of the time. I mean, this is how we decided it, that I will speak more and he will do the logistics, which is also a very important part of the show. So whenever I will speak and explain some stuff, he will be doing things in the back. Yeah, the show will start very soon because we have to arrange a couple of things and then we can start. Actually, maybe one question. As an artist, the portfolio is very important. So I would like to ask someone to take a couple of pictures. We took 2 cameras, so there is one digital. Who wants to take digital pictures during the show? I mean, it would be really nice for us to have some pictures. No one? Yeah? Okay, thank you so much. So if there is something you don't understand, you just tell me. It's very simple, you just open this. Maybe keep this in your pocket and then put this around your neck. This is for safety reasons. Thank you so much. Yeah, maybe try one to see. It works, huh?
Yes.
Also, like there is a flash that you can put here. Wait, yeah, like this, and then with the finger.
Right.
We would also like to have some analog cameras because it's very trendy now to also have some analog shots. Thank you so much. So maybe I can already say a couple of things before we start for real. So we are here now in Zentralwäscherei. It's like one stop of our tour because basically we are making a tour, a world tour through Europe with the results of our artistic practice that will be for sale in the end of the show.
Hello. Hello.
So if we do this,
Sound check. Sound check.
if we do this, it's
We are
because
Leefwerk. Leefwerk is artist on tour. How is the sound? It's too loud. Is it okay? Louder. Wow. Okay.
So if we are doing this project, it's because we have some results of our
Okay.
artistic practice that we would like to show you. And
Can you take your jacket? Hey. Hey, hey. Good. You want your jacket or what? Can you just say something that I can hear the...
yeah. One sec. Hi everyone. Hi everyone, I'm Niels Coppens.
Yeah, good. Just
Hi.
on this.
Hi everyone, I'm Niels Coppens. I'm from Brussels, the capital of Belgium. I'm an artist. This is Roman. Can you lift your hand?
Yeah.
This is Roman Luterbacher from Biel in Switzerland. And
Wait.
And to get
Maybe here. This is good. Yeah, this is okay. So we will cook a soup. Someone has a lighter. Yeah. And here are the spices, so everything is ready. Oh, you have a lighter? Thank you. Here, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Because the show duration is 1 hour more or less, so if you could just add some spices, so that you will hear it starts to like this. So if you could also add water at a certain moment and some spices. I don't know what we have. There's some cumin, salt, a bit of paprika. So just
you already cut everything?
yeah, it's already there is a bit of oil in it, and it's important to close because that it's ready in 1 hour. Is this okay?
Thank you so much. Can I?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Hoi zusammen. I'm Niels Coppens from Brussels, the capital of Belgium. And this is Roman. Roman, can you? This is Roman. And together we form an artist duo. And I mean, we are people from our generation. We know that communication is very important. So instead of having as an artist name Niels Coppens and Roman Luterbacher, we invented an artist name. So we had like a brainstorm one evening, and then we just took two really big words and we combined them. So our artist name is called Leefwerk. It means life and work, but it's in Dutch, my native language. So now the title of our artist collaboration also have a bit of identity. Leefwerk. And actually what you are seeing behind, it's a project, an art project. And what we do is that as artists, we are making a tour through Europe with the results of our artistic practice that will be for sale in the end of the show. And so every project has a title. So every time we make a project, we invent like a title. And the title of this project is so this project is called Artist on Tour. Me and Roman, we decided something like 4 years ago, we decided to make art together. But when you, I think you have to. When we decided to make art together, we thought actually we need to create a right environment to discover what we are together and what kind of art we can produce. So we made up some kind of strategy, like we decided to take the right steps, and so we decided not to go to Berlin, we went to Athens as a duo. And we decided to form a duo because Roman, he can do stuff that I cannot, and I can do stuff that he can't. And so together we try to be complementary. And also, like, you know, making art is something, I mean, it's something that can be really emotional. I'm sorry, like, it can be really, really hard sometimes to like produce a piece of art. But this is why we decided to be two and to be complementary and to back each other up. And so then we decided to move, not to Berlin, the art city, but to Athens, which is also a bit the art city. Yeah, I mean, this was our first step in the strategy of becoming artists. We went there, we walked a bit around, and we found an empty space. Because, I mean, as a Swiss and a Belgian, it was like affordable to find a space in this country that have less economic resources. And yeah, the first thing we did is that we organized some benefit events. We put a bit of our own money together. And also my grandma, she gave a bit of money to have like a start capital to renovate this place. So we almost did like this first step of our strategy, which was to escape our comfort zones, go somewhere else, and have this physical and mental freedom to create and to discover, I mean, who we are together and what our art is, you know. So this was the first step. We collected 11,000 euros. And so we renovated this whole building, and we were so ready to like start to fight and discuss and see whatever we wanted to make. But we had a problem. It was an illness that was spread around the world, Corona. You know, like, I mean, it affected us all, and we had to reconsider. Yeah, so this is what we did. We reconsidered. We took some time off, and we went. I'm sorry, like, you have to know, I'm not an actor, I'm an artist, so I like to put myself in really uncomfortable positions. But still, I'm not an actor, so it's okay if you talk, but just not too much, because then don't take it personal. So we went to this island because of Corona. Like, we thought, okay, what's going to happen in Athens? We were a bit scared, and we went to this island, and there we had a lot of talks, cold coffee, super good, cold coffee, freddo espresso. And we reconsidered, and basically we write like funding demands a lot, and we had a couple of very positive answers. So we had a space, we could start to make art, but now, because we had positive answers, we could finance our lives. So our work became our life, and we could finance our flat, we could finance the material that we needed to produce the artworks we made. Like, this was the next step of our strategy, you know, like, suddenly we could produce things. And so we were there in Athens for almost 2 years, and we created several works that you will discover at the end of the show. But during this period, we also answered on a project call, and we win it. Yeah, we win it. Yeah. Thank you so much. And we win it, and this was the third step of our strategy, because now we were invited to make like a really, really big project on a square for 3 months in Kortrijk, and we could pay ourselves. We could pay ourselves, which was amazing, because for the very first time, if someone asked me what's your job, like you can ask me what, like,
what's your job?
I'm an artist.
Wow.
I mean, so for the very first time we could do this, like we could just exercise what we wanted to do, the weird things we do, and not that we had to be paid for it, but now we could finance our lives, you know? We didn't have to find another job. And basically, what you see behind me that looks like a car, but actually, if you look better at it, it's the artwork. Basically, what you see behind me is the next step of this strategy. Come on, do you agree? Like this?
Yeah, I agree, but I'm a bit. I think you should talk about our work and stop this strategy. Because you talk a lot about strategy. I know our work is also about strategy, but put more emotion.
Mais qu'est-ce que là, genre tu dois, je sais pas si c'est bizarre, mais à mon sens, on a exercé. Non, mais c'est juste qu'en fait, à chaque fois, tu trouves trop de temps. Je sais Yeah. So. So we have a conflict.
Yeah, we have a
Maybe inside or
no, wait, I have
maybe if I. We were having a conflict because like he says me like I speak like a public funding.
Yeah, but you speak like a funding deal. So put more emotion and you want a chair? See?
Our work, they work with materials, some people write, some people dance, that we think are relevant and important. And those sculptures, for us, they function as prototypes. And those prototypes, we offer them to the world. But actually we do this as an excuse. It's just a huge, big excuse. It's just a detour because we want to create a situation in which we can be inspired. In which we can be inspired to write a radical piece of text. A radical piece of text because, first of all, it's in Arial, capital letters, white on a black background, always one A4 document. This is always, let's say, the mental result of a physical detour. And those texts are almost impossible to read. And this is why for this event, where Benedict, thank you so much, invited us, this is why I will read a piece of text. Because your event is about reading, eh? And
That's what people do.
yeah, voilà. So I think I will do this now.
Yeah, wait, and you should go on the car. I think.
So, music on stage.
The car is a stage.
Planning to save the world with punchlines. Meanwhile, translating political experiments into poetic urgencies. Unnecessary creations and complex detours lead to incomprehensive definitions. Most of it is mostly leading to public events of all kinds. We walk around as artists, but in reality, we practice politics. We often discuss and create whatever we would like to be. Spinning around, unexpected questions, showing off our attitude. Producing scale models, helping society, offering our actions to the world. While the professional rules, the amateur chills. While the fridge runs, the vegetables freeze. Sometimes performing ourselves, sometimes watching others. We pay the bills by infiltrating the art supermarket, converting stuff into art. We trick them, they like it. We hijack on demand, injecting the benefits into the real. I hope you do not understand, as words were not made to discipline. You will understand what you are hearing now and what you will hear in the nearby future will seem political, poetic, and absurd. But actually, it is based on what we call research, and it's important because it feels.
Yeah, I really like this. And so we made a vinyl. Can you explain the vinyl, Niels?
Yeah, so people, very important now, if we are here...
And I will install the vinyl player.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, very important now, if we are here together, is because this stop is part of a tour where we are presenting to you in a very original way the results of our artistic practice. And what I told you before, that we write these pieces of text as a result of a huge whatever detour, those end up in a text, and I just read one out loud, but we have a vinyl as well, where those 8 texts are on it. And so in the end it will be for sale on free donation. And so I think, Roman, you wanted to play one track, or
yeah,
what's the...
We want to finish this construction here, and so we will play the vinyl to finish it. Which track should I put?
But you need a lot of time, or how long do you want?
10 minutes?
I mean, my favorite track is the one with the jellyfish that never dies.
Yeah. I like the one that says a box. What kind of a box?
Perhaps.
Should I put a side?
We have to choose, or... I mean, yeah, just put a side. Huh?
So I put side B.
Holding the absurd amount of nothing in one hand, not as a part of history, but as a part of space. With the other hand, almost signing a treaty through the back door, composed out of rules to compose, doubting the officiality of the report. Luckily, I got my nearly signed copy. By the way, the dinosaurs are back. Collecting objects, one of each, graphic designing life and acting like someone who knows. The guy who sells white plastic chairs in a shop knows. He is able to sell, and I just bought one. Endlessness and death are each other's opposite, still fearing both of them so far. Popcorn is magic, and magic is fake, but popcorn is real. You should not say everything you think of, both here and at work, on socials or on holiday. You need time to choose the right food for your dog. Hot dogs. The unplugged microwave acts cold, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs calls it a pure consequence of art. Since loving false arguments is a hype, I have no choice but to agree. As the light is off, the space is dark, and notice, the nothingness looks so goddamn perfect. If the Voyager 1 would arrive back home, we could believe that infinity forms a circle. But we can't assume this right now. Like we can't just assume that clothes pegs are squeezing fabric for fun. All humans should leave the universe. The weak, the old, and the kids can stay. The others will have to fly until the end, to that location where the back wall is painted in all similar shades of black. In time, things will be different. We will host reality shows and audition upcoming generations. We will sell provocations to the highest bidder. You will react. We will point out. We will most probably fail, but it will make us understand that failure is at the core of any argument. The earth will turn clean our washing machines, and the amount of online events will just make everything more wearable. We are all looking forward to masturbate, and fantasy is not a lie, as reality is magic already. Misplaced management is safeguarding the designs that are handling our stay, but organizing a way out requires organization too. While freshly starting again, I will meet that guy who looks like my old self, and I will ask to share a bath with a very specific person that appears in my mind that is not the guy that looks like my old life. The bath sharing will take place outside, in a mountain landscape where a podcast will run on brand new loudspeakers, creating an echo, served in a dressing of small entertaining avalanches by smashing quietly against the highlands. But then I dream my nephew from America through the window of my grandparents' house is actually just a print on a plastic bag, blown away by the fierce wind. And it makes all of this a bit of a minor effort. It is not that hard to install a tub in a raw landscape. Accepting is equal to change, and bath sharing is a great escape. A box. What kind of box? Perhaps a container that holds all the answers for the dream of having a place. The top layer is closing above the real. Sweet dreams, good morning. Subversives are touching materials and arguments. But who's actually listening? How will the privileged behave if only knowledge can defend? We might be too many. The privileged must battle for the cause of the unprivileged and hand out privileged information from their privileged positions. I know someone who cuts pears in horizontal slices, from top till down, leaving the skin. Hands are taking over pieces handed out. What about the woman in front, living in a box? As well you can do, find, play, read, sleep. Talk and eat, sleep talk, eat play, shit, make love, puke and leave. These sculptures might look like a fresh start, but that doesn't necessarily give them a name. Their definition answers on what we can define as contemporary art, which clearly makes them projects of contemporary art. They were not made out of the blue, but out of a box. Not out of necessity, but out of support. We license what we want. X equals flexibility. A soft mass invading a whole space. Shoes are allowed while speaking is hot. Incomprehensible outlines of legislative compositions are contrasting simple volumes of life. X is dealing with artificial politics, while the flexibility is calculating the work and life in between. They melt, freeze, and amaze. They answer the whys, the hows, and the whats, as if the challenges were clear and time just disappeared. The richest countries keep their money for World Cups to accidentally win its organization by lottery. Bureaucratic freedom and nuclear power. Sexy words and mind-blowing definitions with results for some, side effects for others. Let the others use the crappy staircase instead, the gray zones and the tricks. Let them build the skeletons, the models, and the so-called prototypes. Let these alternative shapes be the celebration, the illusion of liberating basics. It's almost minutes after crisis, and a moment after midnight. I am cutting my nails, listening to dark music, with a futuristic voice sounding like a god. I contemplate the words that went too far, and I force several questions out. In between I scribble, call, and wait the isolation. Enormous fabricated letters anchor the ground. Bright colors hide broken corners. The hanging flowers are gone, and my personal stuff stay very much the same. I won't delete shameful selfies, and I won't flush the soapy water either, as the only glamour left survives somehow. Enjoying without paying attention is the trick to being the subject of a scene, but it surely doesn't work being home alone. Confused, I go out, remembering the exit going back in. Doubts serve predictions when delicate minds comply. Tomorrow's boundless options are premeditated so that we can fade out. We don't have to ask ourselves which effort is worth the effort anymore. Isn't that a relief? I am so excited about the application that will calculate my choices coming soon. My computer and I are preparing for transition. We both sleep in the same bed, but still no proof that my computer sleeps for real. Going there, I take the curve and follow the straight line before I stop. As life is not an art project, I just behave. When will the peak of my life occur? Will algorithms brand burning cities like before? What will cause the next fire? And when exactly did we brainstorm before taking over this place? In the human valley, articulations fuel chain reactions. The background of a lie is mostly windy. Opposing mirrors include escaping paths in their reflection. It is all our responsibility, and getting someone on the line is almost impossible. From so many views, the end seems near. I act like I know all the time, and we are responsible for so much already. Official world leaders express their concerns by parking troops at borders, or by creating unintended tensions that result from the unintended, sometimes awkward situations. It may seem as if they see others as intruders, but it has, they say, to do with the fact that they are not naive or something. Preparing for doom, I unplug one of my devices.
We are building a merchandising stand, and I pushed on stop because I think if you like it, in the second part it will be more interactive. You will be able to buy it on free donation. Actually, I pressed on stop because I felt like maybe I should share something. So, in the end of the show, which is soon, the end of the first part, there will be a climax. Roman, how do you feel about the climax?
I'm almost ready. Some few minutes.
Okay. Before the climax, I would like to take some time to explain what is behind me. Because the thing is, we took a lot of time to understand that we are a duo, to understand what kind of art we make, what our collaboration is about, and I think I somehow did a try to explain this. I explained what our strategy was, and I did explain also what kind of work we make. Thank you, Roman, to also point me that I had to talk about our work. This is why I think we are a duo, to tell each other when we should adapt and take each other in consideration. But so I did not tell what you can see behind me. What you see behind me, it's not a car anymore. I mean, it was a car, but it's not a car anymore. Now it's a piece of art with which we are touring the world, in Europe more specifically, and we stop in all the art cubes on our way, and we act as uninvited artists. So we try a bit to rem-rate the Art Institute with this car. You know, like when someone rem-rate a bank and take the money with the car, they drive against the wall, and then we try to do this in a symbolic way with the car. Because I mean, in the end we are invited, we ask people to invite us. Because culture is the gray corner we use to continue our weird behavior, to discover what kind of attitude we think that fits. It's this gray corner that we use to camouflage ourselves, and it's inside this gray corner that we would like to continue making those detours to be able to write just a radical piece of text. But there is a problem. There is clearly a problem. Because whenever you want to do a weird thing and you find this corner in which people can invest in you and then you can do whatever, well, this corner is being influenced by the world that surrounds us. And the world that surrounds us have this behavior of, when someone invests in something, then there has to be a return of investment. You have to grow. And it's a problem because we want to fail, we want to do whateverness. And we thought that we found this corner in which we can do whatever culture, where we can behave like kids and just doing weird things, continue with our writings. But even this culture, this cultural corner gives us the impression today that we have to prove that we will become artists. Like you somehow have to prove that when they give you money, like, yeah, we will become famous and it will work for us. Like, it's a bit like that this is what they want, being in this jury of the art, that you just grow. And it's a problem. But the problem has a solution. A problem has a solution, and this is why becoming an artist can be an artistic project as well. Yeah, so now we are coming very close to the end of the show and also the climax. I see that you already have your smartphone. This is very good, because now I will try to have some interaction with the public to support our move. So maybe a question for the audience. Who has like a smartphone device? Then you can put your hand in the air. So, okay, nice. Who has a smartphone device? Do you have a smartphone device? No, do you? Okay, amazing. Do you have a smartphone device? Then you can lift your hand in the air. Yeah? You don't have the smartphone yet? Okay. Okay, nice. Keep the hand up, please. Yeah. Voila. Keep it up. Yeah. Okay. Second question, but keep it up. Do you have like a social media account, like Instagram or something? Then then if you still have your hand up, you can grab your phone and open it on a picture device. Yeah, you can take your phone. Okay, nice. Roman, how do you feel with the climax? Because
Yeah,
I think the people are like ready almost. I see a lot of people with cameras. Maybe just one more thing.
Yeah, there are new.
Okay. Yeah, you will feel. Hey, Gina, how are you? You will feel when you have to. It's for the climax, but
Sure,
you.
no problem.
Yeah, so we are. Roman, can you be part of it? So this is the climax. Well, thank you so much. Elle a pas compris. 1 second. Yeah. So you can come.
Oh, come.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Amazing. So, yeah, so basically this was the first part of the show, which is like it's clear that you are the audience and that we perform and explain whatever we do. But now comes the second part. So we will take place behind the merchandising stand. You can take your wallets or your bank card and your phone also if you pay with your phone. We take Visa, MasterCard, we take Swiss francs, euros. Everything you see is on free donation, so please come off this stage. You can just come.
What does it say on the heads? What does it say?
The heads.
Can you change the...
Yeah. I will put the punchlines that are on the heads on the device. But so on those heads you have 75 different punchlines that are all picked out of those texts that we write. Yeah. So yeah, you can come. Yeah, come. You can join. You can come closer. Yeah, come. Okay, so here what do we have? We have an art book. I mean, it's super obvious and super clear. Why? Because it's fat. Because it's fat, and I mean, you can grab one.
Fuck, it's heavy.
Fuck, it's heavy, indeed. So, can you maybe open it like a random page? Just open a random page. Yeah. Tell me if you like it. Can you say it in the microphone?
I love it.
Okay, thank you so much. So, maybe Benny, another question. Can you turn the last page of the book?
The very last?
The very last. No, the one before. The one before. Okay, here. Tell me. Can you please tell me the number of the page?
599.
599. So, or it's a Bible or it's an art book.
It's a Bible.
It's a Bible. So,
Great.
yeah. I don't know why the people don't want to come down. I mean, the show is finished, and now there is really like this
Maybe they want
merchandising. Ah, maybe we can. How is it going with the soup?
I will try. How is it going?
Ah, wait.
Wait, I have to do a couple of things. Yeah, wow.
I have to put this.
That's fine.
Let's close it again. I think it's
So everything is on free donation today, which means you can pay whatever you want. We have hats with 75 different punchlines, and we have today shirts
good.
in unisex size. So we have large, extra large, and medium.
Super good. And Niels, the soup is
Super good.
perfect.
Well, twin, I don't know, but we have like a bank account, which is printed on our card. So you can just... No, twins we don't have, I think. You mean like the QR code?
Yeah.
No, we don't have bags. So, I put it all the punchlines that we have on the hats. I put them on the device, so you can also see which hats are being printed. How are you? Yeah, very good. Nice to see you too. Yeah, amazing. So we just sold the full package on free donation today. Thank you so much. Do you want something back? Thank you so much. Amazing. Yeah, I changed Mais en fait, ça...
Looks great.
Book is great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we have shirts. The very interesting thing is that actually we are making money while making publicity for the results of our artistic practice. I mean, it's a win-win for both of us. Like you have clothes and it makes like publicity for what we do. So like you walk around a bit with the results of our practice. And so we have a vinyl. Like this is, because sometimes it's not clear, like this is the B side and this is the A side, but it's written here. Yeah, so the book is in 2 parts. Come on.